Hey y'all, it's Chloe and we're back with another video. You guys, this is Ready to Love, season 4, episode 11 review. And I just want to say something. Kyra, if you did all that to stay on the show to get back at AJ, just say that, sis. You ain't got to play games with us, okay? We all know you don't want no daggone AJ, okay? You keep trying to convince yourself and us that you want AJ. We already know that's not it, sis. That's not it. So anyway, y'all, let's get into this review, okay? Because child, she worked on my nerves. She definitely worked on my nerves. But we got some things to get through and to discuss. So let's get to discussing, okay? So it picks right up where we left off, okay? AJ's telling Kyra, like, there could be no more, like, straddling the fence, okay? You're not ready for love. She was like, okay. Well, can you let go of my hand in? And he was like, I'm not really ready. See, this is my thing, okay? I mean, AJ, make a decision and stick with it. This decision is going to backfire on you so bad, bro, that you don't even know what's about to come your way. Because I feel a Kafani and Rashid situation happening with Adriana, okay? Remember when Rashid was about to leave and Adriana was like, no, just stay, okay? I feel like Kyra is going to do the same thing to AJ, okay? She's going to let him pick her, let her stay, and then she going to end up trying to work it out with Jason, or either just not leave with AJ altogether because homegirl's so indecisive. Miss, this is called Ready to Love. You already know how this works. You have to make a decision. Why are we down to the episode before the finale? You still can't make up your mind? How does that work? You need to make up your mind. You can't be mad at nobody but yourself. Okay, but anyway, Kyra tells him she knew it was coming, but she did not want to force herself to make a decision. Okay, she's picking a husband. She don't have time to just be picking people just to pick them. But I'm like, sis, at this point, you not picking nobody. These men keep asking you to pick somebody, but you won't pick nobody, and then you wonder why they want to send you home because you're indecisive. Either you want Jason. If you want Jason, just tell Jason you want him. Stop playing these games. If you want AJ, just tell AJ you want him. Obviously, you want Jason. I'm going to just say it flat out, point blank, period. You want Jason and you wanted AJ to save you so you could go and try to win Jason over. That's what happened in this episode, okay? But anyway, while they sitting there talking, AJ was like, but do you want to be here with me? Do you want to be here with me? And he changes his mind. See, why would you change your mind, AJ? Your gut feeling told you to pick Alexis, send Kyra home, because you already knew without a doubt how Alexis felt about you. You sat there and you let Kyra play you, blink into your eyes, hold onto your hand, and convince you to let her stay without actually doing it. That's what happened. That's exactly what happened, okay? She was like, what? I'm not going home? I've never chosen AJ. I've never chosen him. He really has nothing to stand on. And I'm saying here like, exactly. You've never chosen him. He has nothing to stand on. Yet and still, he picking you. It's just not making sense to me at this point. But it is what it is, okay? So then she asks AJ, like, AJ, why? Why, AJ, why? AJ says, because, I waited 4 years for a second date with you, and I'm not ready to let this go. And I was like, I get it. AJ really like him some daggone Kyra. It's unfortunate that he wasn't willing to let that relationship with Alexis blossom or try to grow or whatever it was going to be, because Alexis would have at least forced it, okay? Kyra's not even trying to force it. She knows who she wants. She knows who she wants to be with, and she's just going along for the ride with AJ. So this is my thing, okay? Kyra is still sitting there talking like she can't make up a decision. How, sis? You should have made that decision when AJ saved you. AJ asked, did you want to be here with him? You said yes. So why are we talking about Jason? If you didn't want to be here with AJ, you should have said, I don't know, AJ. I do want to stay and see where this can take us. Be honest, girl. Be honest. But no, you told AJ you want to be here with him. And then you go in a confessional to start talking about Jason. Getting on my daggone nerve is what you doing, okay? But anyway, now AJ knows that he got to go tell Alexis that she's not ready to love because he done decided to, backtrack on his decision and pick Kyra, okay? So he sits down with Alexis, and Alexis kind of got an idea, a feeling of everything that's going on. She like, ooh, I'm getting nervous. He like, let me get your hand. She's like, ooh, you want my hand? Yeah, I know where this is going, okay? He basically tells her that she's not ready to love, and she says, I am ready to love, just not with you. And I felt that for Alexis, okay? I gave Alexis a hard time this season, but I really want her to find love and happiness. Homegirl wanted so much, but she said something when she was getting ready to leave. She said, this experience has taught me to love myself more. And I said, exactly, Alexis. Love yourself more and don't settle for less. Because what you tried to do on this show was settle for anybody that will pick you. And that's not what it is, sis. You have to make these men work for you. Not just say you're their number one. Because that's not what we want. You sat there and you was going to go with AJ off the simple fact that he was going to choose you. You picked Rant because he chose you. All the men that you was checking for was only because they was checking for you. Sis, you need to love yourself more to know that you don't need to settle for no freaking body. Either you're going to come correct or you're not going to come at all. You should have self-eliminated when you realized that that the one man that you had built this connection for wasn't really here for you, okay? You should have self-eliminated then, okay? But no, you tried to force it with AJ, knowing darn well that you don't really like him like that. But don't get me wrong, because Alexis has expressed her like over and over and over for AJ. But sis, you know AJ wasn't checking for you, sis. You knew that. But you let him string you along and just string you along and just string you along. And now look at him, the one sending you home. Y'all, I need y'all to help it make sense to me because I do not know how AJ had the decision to send somebody home when he did no work whatsoever. We have not heard about no deep phone conversations. We have not seen one deep date, okay? The deepest we saw AJ is when he's sitting there holding daggone Kyra's hand when he changed his mind about sending her home when he should have sent her home. Alexis is hurt, and I feel for sis. I definitely feel for her because she really, really wants love, but it's something inside of me is telling me she's one of those women who need a man to validate her, and she's not going to find that until she finds out who she is and validates herself. And that's just that on that, and we're going to move on. So now all the ladies come back to the lounge, okay? We back to the bootleg lounge, y'all. We not in a, fancy lounge at Tommy's house with his wife or whatever. We back at the bootleg lounge in the middle of a restaurant, okay? Now, Tommy says, it's no secret. You all can see that, a big presence is gone. Someone is gone. And some of you guys had some real, close relationships. And they gonna cut the camera to Amber. I said, oh, not the Judas. Y'all not gonna cut it to her with the close relationships, okay? You already know how Alexis felt about Amber at the end of this season, so y'all better not even try that, okay? But anyway, Tommy tells them that, listen, this is going to be your last one-on-one dates, okay? Get ready to go in there, and find out if we can take these relationships, these connections we build and really become a couple. How are we going to transition into a couple, okay? He says, go in there and hold them, okay? He said, give them a kiss or two. And he said, Amber, you know something about a kiss or two. I said a kiss or two or three or maybe four, because Amber was out here loose slipping it, okay? Like Jason this whole season. Quiet as kept, because y'all want to sit there and act like homegirl was so innocent. She out here giving out all the kisses, but that's neither here or there. When Tommy leaves, y'all, Kyra is sitting there, and now she wants to tell the ladies that in her conversation with AJ, he basically changed her mind, okay? He basically changed his mind about picking her, okay? He was going to actually send her home, but instead he sent home Alexis, okay? And I'm just like, yeah, we get it, Kyra. He picked you, okay? But the whole time she's expressing that, she brings up the fact that her and Jason got some unfinished business to handle, okay? She wants to really get back and figure out what went wrong between him and Jason and why he chose Liz. Liz was like, I don't like the fact that she's sitting here making it seem like I'm number two. I'm not number two, sis. He picked me. Like, what part of that don't you get, since you were supposed to be home? Don't come in here with your negative energy because AJ chose you and you wanted Jason to be the one to save you. Since he didn't save you, he took that cape off a long time ago because you don't know how to make up your mind and you don't know how to speak up for what you want. This whole episode, all you wanted to do was follow after Jason, try to break up his connection with Liz. For what? The whole time the man's been begging you to tell him how you feel and you can't make up your mind. So he made it up for you. So you need to go over there being focused on AJ. Just go over there and focus on him. Why are you still worried about having this conversation with Jason? Jason didn't pick you. AJ picked you. AJ said, do you want to stay here with me? With me. You said yes. So why are we going to talk to Jason again? I'm confused too. Now, Joelle goes over to Venetia's house, y'all, and she over there lighting the candles. She got the wine on deck, okay? And she's just so excited to spend some intimate time with Joelle. I said intimate. Okay, that's why we got the candles out and the wine now. Y'all not going to sit here and tell me that them two ain't do it because it... Y'all know they did it. Stop playing with me. But anyway, so overall in that conversation, y'all, because I'm not going to get deep into it. Y'all saw it. I saw it. So let's just call it what it is. They basically come to a conclusion that they're going to try to make this thing work. They're going to become a couple, okay? They're going to solidify this. Venetia says she feel like this is meant to be. No matter what they've been through, they always came back to each other. Even though I feel like Joelle mishandles Venetia so many times this season, he mishandled her and she just settled for it, okay? Instead of going out and, looking at the other options that were out there, which honestly wasn't much out there, okay? Let's just call it what it is. It really wasn't that many options out there. She just settled for Joelle, okay? She don't even know what anyone else looks like, okay? She put her eyes on Joelle and just left it at that. And I'm just sitting here like, girl, he mishandled you so many times this season and you just let it go and go and go. And I promise you, it's not going to stop. He's going to continue to mishandle you in certain ways. But you know what, Venetia? It's not going to fly by you, right? It's not going to fly by you even though it has. Am I right or am I wrong? Y'all let me know. So now Jason and Liz go out, y'all. And Jason is just so happy that he finally made his decision. He got that weight off of him. No more Kyra in the building. He could go focus all his energy on Liz, okay? Liz and him sit down, and the first thing Liz want to bring up is the conversation that Kyra had with the ladies from the lounge, okay? She asks him, would you still have picked me if Kyra would have answered that she wanted to be with you? Jason answered immediately. He said, absolutely. Yes, I would. I made up my decision. I made my decision weeks ago. Nothing was going to be able to change that. I just needed to hear her say what she wanted, but she never even did that, okay? So, Liz was like, okay. That's all I needed to know, because at this point, I just want to make sure that if the homegirl would have said, I choose you, Jason, would you still be choosing Liz, okay? And I was like, Jason answered that pretty fast. Like, he didn't stop a beat, okay? He hit her with the right. He hit her right with the yes, okay? He didn't even think about it, not 2 seconds. So I kind of felt it was genuine, all right? So Jason gets up and he says, I got something for you. He goes away. He comes back with a rose. He comes back with one single rose, white rose, I should add. And he says, this is for you, and I have a backstory as to why I'm giving it to you. Now, y'all, he said he's only given out 2 roses in his whole life, 2 white roses at that, in his whole life, and that was to his mother and his stepmother. Now, instantly, y'all, I thought about y'all when y'all was like, why is this grandmother and this son, why is this mother and son over here kissing? And I said, ooh, he done put her in a category with the mothers. Okay, he definitely mothered her. But y'all, when he explained why he gave it to her, how pure, how honest her heart is and everything like that, it was so freaking cute. It was so freaking romantic. Like the tears that Liz cried, I would have cried too, because I felt it in that moment. And I don't know y'all, but something tells me that Jason might really want love. Don't come in my comment section beating me up, telling me it's not, he don't want no love, girl. He don't want no love. I don't know. But something about that scene just made me feel like he really do want love. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. But anyway, it was very sweet. Liz said that when she came into this process, she prayed that she would find a man that would see her heart, okay? And by him doing that, it let her know that he sees her heart. I said, yeah, girl, he see your heart, he see your booty, he see your boobs, he see it all. Don't ever get it twisted. That is just the heart that he sees. Because we already know that Jason goes for all of it, okay? If Jason could kiss the heart, he might, because you know he loose lips, okay? Definitely got the loose lips. But anyway, Amber and Chris, y'all, go on a date. Now, y'all can say what y'all want. They keep trying to fool us, and I'm not buying it, okay? Amber really gave Chris a one-arm hug. How that's your boo? How that's your man? If I ain't see my man or my boo, we going out on a date or whatever, when I see him, I'm all arms, all around him, okay? I'm getting close up on him. I'm not one-arming it to the side, kissing barely on the cheek. Like, what y'all done when y'all like each other or not? This is the day before the finale, and we can't figure out if this is real or not. I'm gonna tell y'all it's not. But anyway, y'all, Chris wants to make sure that the kiss between Amber and Ron was really just nothing, okay? So she like, I gotta assure him that it was really nothing, even though we all know it was something, because how you just end up kissing this man in a party, okay, when we know that you was over there slow dancing on him having a moment, but we not gonna bring that up in the scene. That's what we not gonna do, okay? She just wants to reassure him that it was nothing, okay? She's his, he's hers, that's it, okay? Then somehow we get on this conversation about them having kids and wanting kids. Now she's saying she want to have kids, but not before she's married. He's saying, well, I don't want to have kids until I'm married too. And I'm sitting here like, but I thought neither one of y'all wanted to be married. Like, what is going on? What are we talking about? Why am I confused every time I see Amber and Chris? Like, make it make sense for me. Okay, y'all both want kids, not till you married, but just a couple of weeks ago, y'all were just saying marriage really isn't the end goal. So how is this going to happen? Then Chris brings up the fact that he's going to be celibate until he's married. Chris, I thought marriage wasn't the end goal for you. You could take it or leave it. So obviously you want to take it. Amber, obviously you want to take it if you don't want to have kids to marriage. What in the HELL is going on here? Y'all are not going to sit here and tell me we watch all these episodes of y'all telling us all these lies just to seem compatible. And now we want to get the whole, I don't want to have sex before I'm married. Oh, I don't want to have kids before I'm married. Do they think we stupid? I think they think we stupid, y'all. I honestly think that they think that we stupid. It is what it is at this point, okay? Amber was sitting there talking about some Chris wants to protect his sexual energy. I mean, I need that energy. And I felt that, sis. I was like, exactly. I need that energy too, okay? Ain't no protect. Okay, I can protect that energy for you. I can hold it down for you. But y'all, it's just them, okay? But somehow in this whole conversation, we got to talk about how backed up Chris is. I mean, backed up, and how once he released, she might end up like pregnant, like with twins and quadruplets and, you know, quintuplets and all this other stuff. I was like, TMI, don't need to know how backed up you are. No, no. Y'all can keep that conversation to yourself off the camera. But they wanted to tell us this for some reason. Out of all these scenes and stuff that they didn't want to show us that we're going to get on a reunion, we had to get this one. We could have went without it. Just saying nobody cares about how backed up Chris is. Nope. Moving on. Kyra meets up with AJ because, of course, she's trying to figure it out with AJ, okay? She wants to see how they're going to move forward in this, okay? The whole time, you know, AJ is sitting there talking to her about, you know, his decision and how, you know, he'd rather have make a decision and it backfired on him than to not have made that decision. And I always wonder what it would have been like if he made that decision, okay? The meantime, Kyra just sitting there trying to figure out what's really going on with Jason and when she going to have this conversation with Jason. And where did she go wrong with Jason? I said, this girl is going to sit here and keep talking about daggone Jason. Girl, I thought you was here for AJ. Obviously not, okay? Poor AJ, even though he don't deserve to be here either. Both of y'all deserve each other at this point. I'm just asking myself, are y'all in the pack to win together? Did y'all have a phone conversation at the end and say, you know what? Let's just do this, okay? You pick me, I pick you, and we stay to the end. I'm just trying to figure out how the heck AJ and Kyra end up at the end. And not even that, how the heck did AJ have the power to pick who he was going to keep? Lord, what is the world coming to? Because honestly, Kyra is not ready for love. Send her home. She should have been home, okay? I could have dealt with one more week of Alexis before I have to deal with this fakeness that they trying to push on with Kyra. Now all the ladies meet back up with Tommy. And I was like, dang, we here already? Like, we about to eliminate? We done seen 4 days, but I guess it makes sense only for them, right? 4 couples. But anyway, when they sit down and they talk to Tommy, Amber talks about, her and Chris and how he cried when she brought up and how he cried when talking to her, and it was so cute, and they want to joke about was his cry sexy. Tommy, who asks that? You gotta thank for Chris, because you always got something to say about Chris. I'm starting, never mind. Let me move on. But anyway, then she brings up how Chris is celibate and he's, retaining his sperm or whatever the case may be. Y'all, I don't want to talk about it no more, okay? I just don't want to talk about it. Everybody like, oh no. I was like, oh no, oh no. So we all felt the same exact way. No shade to anybody who's holding themselves for marriage. That's your decision and your life choice, okay? But for me, I'm gonna have to pass. Anyway, now Venetia talks about her and Joel and how they can get over anything. And I was like, yup, y'all gonna be getting over anything for the rest of y'all relationship. Trust and believe it, because Joel is definitely gonna keep mishandling you, Venetia. But anyway, Liz is over there like, I'm on cloud 9. I'm on cloud 9. She says that Jason made his decision weeks ago. And Kyra sat there and was like, and I mean, she didn't go, She laughed out loud, like LOL, like LAMO. Okay? Liz was like, oh, I can see that laugh was very disrespectful. But you know what? I'm not even going to let it bother me. So now Kyra went, and then Liz brings up how he brought out the roses for, the rose for her, and expressed how he's only given one to the mother and one to the stepmother, and it's because they have pure hearts, and how it made it feel. That laugh that Kyra had, okay, the laugh that she was ha on the side actually turned into a real concern at that moment. Homegirl looked shocked, okay? Feelings was hurt, like she got stabbed in the heart, okay? Somebody was like, and it was Liz, okay? She's sitting there, now she worked up, okay? Now homegirl got something to say. She ain't quiet no more. She want to really bring up how it seems like he's playing a game. Nothing towards you, Liz, but it seemed like he's playing a game, because why would he be asking me how do I want him and pushing me to make a decision if he really felt that way about you? Well, Liz was like, well, basically what he said was, okay, he just needed to hear you make a decision. He needed to hear it from your mouth. And obviously you ain't do that, sis, so don't be mad at me and my man over here. She ain't say it like that, but that's basically what she said. Y'all know that's what she said. And I was just sitting here like, oh, she's sour. Sis sitting there mad. Girl, go pick your AJ. What you mad for? Tommy like, okay, well then Kyra, who do you pick? Let's get down to it. If you had to leave today with someone, who would you leave with? She's like, I guess I'm gonna have to say AJ. Yeah, I guess you're gonna have to say AJ. You have no choice but to say AJ, because AJ saved you. Remember? Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Like, why did he save her? Homegirl really don't want to be saved by him. She want to be saved by Jason, which is why this is such a big deal to her. Okay? Now, when Tommy gets up and leave after she done made her decision that she gonna pick AJ, okay? She still want to sit there and talk about Jason, okay? And Amber was like, well, look, if you so bothered, like if you bothered, did you really want to be with AJ or not? Because like you still talking about Jason. And I was like, thank you, Amber. Thank you, because you still talking about Jason. Do you want him or not? Because sis, we see through you. We see through you. So now, y'all, we got our 4 couples. Basically, Tommy says no one's going to go home since we got 4 connections. No need to split anyone up, okay? And I said, okay, sounds good. I mean, it make no sense. But y'all should have just let Kyra choose Jason and let Jason choose between Liz and Kyra, because that would have been something to watch, honey. I don't want to sit here and watch Kyra fake pick AJ when she really want Jason, okay? That's not the storyline that I'm looking forward to. But anyway, since we here, we here. Now, Kyra now wants to go meet up with Jason, honey, because she got to get some things off her chest, okay? Jason came in and hit her with the hey queen. I said, I can't stand Jason. That man be getting on my last nerve, okay? And he sat there and listened to her ramble about, you know, how he made up his mind weeks ago. And it kind of seemed like it kind of seemed like Jason kind of lied about that, you know, made up my mind weeks ago. But anyway, he not changing his mind. She like, if I would have said you, would you have changed your mind? He said no. I made up my decision with Liz. I like Liz. I'm comfortable with Liz. It's Liz for me, Kyra. It's Liz for me. She still want to interrogate the man. He was like, this is what I'm talking about. I feel like all our conversations are like interrogations. Like, we can never just live in a moment. And I was like, exactly. Kyra always just want to be like just so dun, 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 dun. Instead of being soft, intimate, and having these conversations and building these real connections. She let those connections go out the window when she realized that Liz was a threat to her and Jason. Then she wanted to start pushing him, not realizing that it was pushing him to Liz. And it doesn't help that she was also very indecisive. Okay? Then Jason was like, we're not going to do this, Kyra. We're not going to do this, Kyra. Kyra, what do you want? Kyra, what do you want? Kyra said, I guess I just want us to be friends. He was like, okay, good. Are you happy with that? Are you happy with that? She like, no. He like, why? Why, sis? Why? I was like, exactly, like, why? Like, girl, what do you want? Like, oh my God, if you're not happy with y'all being friends, then obviously you want to be more than friends. Why is it so hard for this girl to just say she want Jason and then go ahead and fight for her Jason instead of letting Liz just go in there and swoop him up because she already did that, girl? Save yourself the embarrassment and just self-eliminate, because I don't need this in my life, honey, okay? But anyway, she's just so angry that it had to come down to this. Kyra, go home. Just go home. Just go home, okay? Now, all the couples meet up for this supposed to be last final dinner, y'all. And we got 4 couples, and y'all know we supposed to have 3. And it was at that moment I realized that we really do have 3 couples. And, you know, Chris and Amber is, you know, the setup couple to, like, you know, gives Chris his second chance at love, okay? They not really in love or nothing like that, but they just need to give him, to redeem Chris. So that's what dating is about, okay? The other 3 couples are the ones who actually played the process how it was supposed to be played or not how it was supposed to be played. Who knows, okay? They played the game either way. Those are 3 couples. Chris and Amber is a setup. It's a setup. Now, I don't know if Chris knows that it's a setup, but Amber definitely knows that it's a setup, honey, okay? Now, we find out that it's time for them all to meet their families, okay? It's time to, you know, meet the moms and dads, the sisters, the brothers, uncles, and cousins, okay? So, y'all better, you know, get down to it. See if these relationships can really last once y'all, you know, meet each other's families. A lot of them are really concerned about meeting each other's families. The whole time while Kyra's sitting there talking to AJ, you know, she's looking at Jason, okay? She's not even looking at AJ while she's talking to him. She's looking at Jason, okay? And she's hoping that her mother could get her out of this, okay? She's hoping that her mother would say, I don't really like AJ for you, so that she can say, I don't really like AJ. I can't really pick AJ because my mom don't like him. That's how she wants this to play out. But y'all, it is what it is. That's Ready to Love, okay? Season 4, episode 11. I was about to say 13, y'all. I wanted it to be over. I wanted it to be over. But I'm just going to say this. Like, I don't even understand why we got to go through all the lists. We already know that Chris and Amber is a fake couple. We already know that Kyra don't really want AJ, okay? We already know that Joelle was going to continue to mishandle Venetia, okay? And we already know that Jason and Liz is probably just for the moment. I don't feel like any of these couples will actually work out. I just highly doubt it, y'all. I just do. Something in me just does. But anyway, I appreciate you all for sitting here listening to me ramble about Ready to Love. I hope you enjoyed this video. I mean, how many reviews did you watch? Did you subscribe already? If you didn't, do that now. Do that now. Press that button, okay? And welcome to the channel. Don't forget to comment down below and like this video, y'all, so it can reach, and reach. Until next time, peace.